Good evening. Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Happy El Dia de los Muertos. Welcome to the Medium channel where we bring you the spirituality behind the message. But today we're just going to bring you mediumship. I guess mediumship is part of the spirituality behind the message, the art of mediumship. So, anyways, I see we have a good crew in already, so that's great. It usually takes a couple of minutes for people to get their notification. So I'll start the messages in roughly maybe 5 minutes ish or so. If you're watching this as a video and you're just here to see some mediumship in action, basically what I'm going to do is I'll timestamp on the pinned comment when the actual mediumship begins. For now, I'm going to say a few quick hellos, talk a little bit about the process of mediumship, how it works in this very interesting format, and the challenges that can come up, just so we're all aware of that. And the other thing is I live in the Catskills. The Wi-Fi signal here is highly variable. It's not always stable. So if I glitch out or if anything happens, I apologize. So I'll say that in advance. And yeah, so I guess it's All Hallows Eve, right? or Halloween Eve. So hey, Pack MC and Sarah and Joanne and Doreen is back. Hopefully you guys caught the yoga that we did at 5. If not, it's on the channel as a video. So that's for Doreen's the Children's School of Yoga. And yeah, so a lot of people are in. So hi Lisa, hi Wilbert and Sue and Judy and Teresa and Maribeth and Lily and Colleen and Deborah. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but hi and welcome. Okie doke. Let me talk a little bit about this. Oh, by the way, if you'd like to get a private reading, either by Zoom or if you live in the Hudson Valley, let me find my. Oh my goodness! Let me see if I can actually find where I posted my website earlier. Here we go. There we go. So if you'd like to get a reading, mention the Halloween or Samhain mediumship event on YouTube, and we'll give you 10% off. So that's a little thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys a lot. You're my community, you're my family, and this is my way of giving back. Basically, I mean. And it's also my way of expanding my reach, obviously, also because a lot of people love to get messages. So, what a great way to say thank you for those of you that have been loyal community members here on the Medium channel. That you basically, your time is your life. So, you're choosing to spend your time watching my videos or my live streams. Thank you. And if anybody's new and you want to say hi and let us know where in the world you are, please do. This is part of the whole reason for being here is to help. I should say create conscious community. We already are community, but to help bring people together in conscious community might be a better way of putting that. So I really feel like this is the time. This is crunch time in the earth changes and in the whole evolutionary process that we're in. The shift to 3D to 5D, if you want to call it that. Shift to higher consciousness, higher awareness, higher reality. This is the core of it, and this is why we're here. This is why the Medium channel is here, to help to be a beacon of light in these times when a lot of people are going to be awakening and not really know who to turn to or where to turn to. And I hope people come here because we give you the truth, we give you authentic stuff. And there's so much programming out there. There's so many people that I don't want to say pose as spiritual teachers, but I can't think of a better word for that. And some of them are really there to get you off track. And because the powers that be don't necessarily want people to awaken, because then they can't control them, and that's bad for their business. So there's a lot of phonies out there, a lot of charlatans, a lot of people that are downright trying to program you and get you off your spiritual game. So I'm hoping that a lot of people find me and people like myself that are authentic, that are really here awakening ourselves and wanting to share that with everybody. So I think that's a long enough introduction. I think let's get started here. Only one rule of mediumship: anybody that's dead can come through. I was looking for my witch's hat. I couldn't find. I wanted to dress up, but at least I'm in black. That's about the best I can do. And I've got gourds and Halloweenish stuff. But in mediumship, anybody that died can come through. Occasionally, I'll even get a living person coming through. Yes, that does happen. Usually, when that happens, they're very close to dying. They're either in deep dementia or a coma or something like that. So, but anybody that died can come through. I've had people come in a reading that died the very same day, and the people didn't even know the person died. And they looked at me like I had three heads. And then I heard back 3 days, and the person that was coming through had died that morning. And then I've had people, well, the oldest one was from the mid 1800s, when somebody was doing their family tree and they found out about this person and he came through in their reading. Usually there's guidelines, but there's no rules. Usually when somebody dies, they're very strong and active for a few days because they haven't really fully crossed over. So even though they're not in their bodies, their energy is still connected to the earth. And they do the crossing over process. Sometimes they're not really available through mediumship for a while, sometimes weeks, sometimes even months. And then they get strong again once they're firmly on in the spirit world and figure out the spirit world is not separate from the physical world. It's just a different bandwidth of energy. So once they figure out how to connect into this more denser, lower vibrational field that is the physical plane, from their higher vibrational field, which is the astral plane, then they can come through and give messages, and they can even manifest for you and give you messages, synchronicities and stuff like that. When this becomes a video, I'll post a couple of videos on how to get messages yourself, because we're all mediums. I've just trained and I have a fair amount of natural ability, but we all can get messages because the spirit world's not separate. Nobody dies, and that's the message. So in mediumship, we want to be specific. We want to get details. If I can get names, addresses, birthdays, great. To me, the best message is just being able to pick up on their personality, their mannerisms, the way they spoke, the way they dress, what they love to do, what they remember from their lives, what they see in your lives, because they want to validate they didn't die and you're not going to die either. Nobody dies. And when you lose the fear of dying, you lose the fear of living. So they want to prove it. And they want to prove not only are they still with you, but they're still intelligent beings. They still see what's going on. They still remember who they are. And they want to assist you in your life. They can't interfere, but they can give you messages. They can influence things. And sometimes we get examples of that in mediumship. So in this format, firstly, if you're not registered with YouTube, you're not going to be able to use the live comment stream. And we've had that come up where nobody took a message. Then I got the email the next day, and they said it was for me, but I just couldn't use the comments. So that can happen. And again, when I'm doing mediumship, I need to be present, right? When you're thinking, you're not connecting. When you're connecting, you're not thinking. However, it does take some intellectual brain activity, some left brain activity, in order firstly to communicate what they're saying, because I do what's called mental mediumship, like Teresa Caputo or John Edward or Matt Frazier or the people that demonstrate mediumship on TV. That's called mental mediumship. There's different ways of bringing through the spirit world. And I have to be whole brain to do that. I have to be in my sensing mind, the right hemisphere of the brain, the imaging part, as well as the ability to communicate what they're getting, because they imprint, we blend our energies, and then I'm able to get messages that way. So there's a reason for me explaining all this. And I got so caught up in my explanation, but I've got some hot tea and some cold water with me. So anyway, where was I? Anybody that died can come through. So what I'm needing to do when I do this work, I'm needing to get the messages, but I'm also needing to keep an eye on your comments to see if anybody's taking it and to go forward with the messages. Now, for you guys getting the messages, if most of what I'm saying resonates with you, definitely let me know. I'm going to do the best of my ability because we have now 64 people live. And that means, there's going to be, a few hundred that are going to watch this as a video. If you're watching this as a video, your loved ones can still come through as if you were live, by the way, just to put that out there. But um, so, basically, I'm going to do my best to get enough information that only one person will take it. But usually, several people can take parts or most of the message, again, depending on the level of detail and accuracy and all that. So, there is a phenomena called piggybacking, or what John Edward used to call Me Too, where I can get some information and it's almost like they think you're calling them, like, all right, I'm getting the name Lynn, she had some brain issues or whatever, and then somebody that's around in the spirit world be like, oh, my name is Lynn and I had brain issues, he's calling me, and then all of a sudden I have two spirits that have very similar identifiers. And when that happened, in this type of a format, when there's a lot of people, I don't mind that, because if I can get one message going out to 5 or 10 people, that's great. That's the idea. We want to get messages to as many people as possible. And I may not even be with you, and you may not even recognize the spirits, but the messages may resonate with you, and your loved ones may have a way of just kind of horning in a little bit and just giving you a little snippet also. So pay attention. You may get messages, and it's really more veiled than obvious. However, if you can take most of what I'm saying, definitely speak up. Let me know. Um, I wish I could say if you could take all of it, but the fact is that I may get things that you don't even know. Like how many people know all four of their grandparents' birthdays? I don't. If a medium brought up my grandmother's birthday, I wouldn't know what that meant. Basically, I know she was born in June. I think it's the 14th, or maybe she's here telling me it was the 14th because that number popped up in my mind. So you may not know everything, but if you can take most of it, definitely let me know. And if I have a few folks on taking the same message, I'll get more information. We tend to weed people out that way. But again, one message may go to several people. So we do get names, initials, we do get dates, we get all that stuff. And I think that's about it. I think we should get going here. What do I want? More water. I love to say a little prayer before I start. So, dear Mother, Father, God, we thank you and we honor the Samhain and Halloween season tonight through connecting with those that have crossed over with the ancestral world, as many cultures around the world are celebrating this simultaneously with us as the veils thin and the spirit world gets stronger. So we ask that we are able to do our work to make really amazing, strong connections tonight that are very helpful and beneficial for people that are here, and that we are safe and protected in this work and always. And we thank you. Amen and shalom, namaste. And I do a lot of work to keep my vibration high. 21 years as a professional medium, knock on wood, not one single negative, evil spirit or anything like that has ever shown up in this work. So we like attracts like. If we do mediumship from the heart, because mediumship is of the heart, it's of compassion, then we kind of shield from any of that lower astral stuff that some people can pick up on. And if I'm in the wrong headspace or the wrong energy, they can affect me also. They do exist. When people pass on, negative people have to go somewhere. Now, some of them realize it was just their ego and then they come back to their spirit, but some people just stay negative on the other side. Well, they're not invited to this party, so it doesn't even matter tonight. Does not even matter. Hi, Colleen. Hi to Helen also. And hi, everybody. I'm sorry that I'm missing all of your comments as well. So wow, we've got, all right. Anyway, this is so common when I start. A couple of things. I'm seeing military, then I'm seeing a lay, like Hawaiian. I'm looking for somebody that served at Pearl Harbor, maybe, or that's connected to that area. I want to say there's a W name connect. I don't know if it's Wayne, William, but there's a W name connected to this also. I feel like there's a gentleman that's with me. I feel like he had a mustache at one time, had kind of a roundish face, I want to say. And I feel like he wore like the camouflage. He's a little chunky, I have to say also, but funny, I want to say. Now, names could be who they are, who they're with, or who's here in the living, just to put that out there. And I feel like there's somebody's birthdays around now. That may be somebody in the living with this energy. And I feel like there's an A name, Anthony, maybe Annie, Anthony, but I feel like this is all connected in the same family. Now, let me just see. There's a bit of a delay. I have the latency ultra low, so it should only be about a 5 second delay or so. It says there's new comments here. Oh my God, there's a lot of new comments. Eh, all right, am I to the bottom here? Okay, they say the lower right. Thank you. Oh, okay, so nobody's understanding that so far. Okay, this, and I get information. I don't know always know exactly what it means, I have to say, but I do know whoever's with me is here and he's laughing. There may be a name like Jerry or Jeremy or J name like that also connected. As I get more into this person's energy and becoming aware of I want to say a breathing issue that may have started on the heart. I want to say also. I think there's at least one Joe connected in this energy, and maybe this is about time for me to put on my specs. Her birthday, my niece wore a Hawaiian lei, so somebody may be starting to get some of this energy. He says bumblebee tuna, then I'll know. All right, well, then now it's not going to work because I already know about bumblebee tuna. Jeremy and his family. Okay, that kid Dan was Air Force, born in Hawaii. Bingo. Maybe not in Pearl Harbor, but bingo. Mary, I maybe I should have known this, but I didn't know he was born in Hawaii. I don't know why. I thought he was born in Utah. But anyway, so that's not, I'm not describing Dan. I know that. I'm describing somebody else. And that may be somebody he's with, but he had a mustache, he's a little bit heavy, a little bit funny and chunky. That may be somebody with you. But I feel like the message for you is to stay the course. Whatever you're doing now in your spiritual work, whatever's going on now, you're zeroing in on the right direction. I feel like this other gentleman is just here to kind of, we'll just say, to keep Dan just to behave himself. And I know you understand what I'm saying. That's not his father. That might be an uncle or grandfather. But I feel like they just want you to know that everything's progressing according to plan, not to worry so much. Congratulations on the work change and all that good stuff. And that we love you and that we're with you and that you are loved and everything. So now moving on to somebody else. So Joyce is saying that my father-in-law was in Pearl Harbor. It's a middle name Alfred. That's an A name. My birthday was yesterday. He had a mustache and it was funny. So I think this is an example of more than one spirit that's connected to the same information. So I feel very drawn to you at this time, and so Mary Joe is his best friend. All right, say hi to Joe also then. Um, Let me see if we can work with Joyce because it's funny because I feel like father-in-law is like father, I want to say. Um, and so I feel like he's got that energy as well. Happy birthday, by the way. That's my deceased brother's birthday was yesterday also, and my deceased mother's passing date is tomorrow. So this is personally a very important time of the year. I feel like I want to call him your father, but your father-in-law. I feel like he's like you're always on the go, always doing something, always working. Slow down, take a breath. I want to say. I don't know if you remember your father-in-law being able to like fix like radios or have finite skills in fixing things. I have a feeling he might have done that in the war. I don't know if you know if he was in communications or if he fixed things, but I feel like he's saying that I was very bright and and that he had some honors, based on his ingenuity and his abilities, and very skilled in whatever he does. I'm not sure. I mean, I think, like I said, there may be a musical connection also, or there may be musical. I feel like I want to talk about the twin girls, or the young girls, or the young ladies. I want to say, I don't know if these are your daughters. I don't think they're twins, but I feel like I want to say hi to them, and yeah, that may go somewhere else. And I feel like I don't know if it's Jim or James. Well, they're the same name, but I feel like there's a J name like that connected. So let me just see what Joyce is saying. She's just saying yes. Okay. Um, very good. So, oh yes, my sisters are twins. Thank you. So again, he feels very father-like to me, and um, so I know he's your father-in-law, but I feel like he's your father. So we're all J's. Okay, I know you're Joyce. I don't remember your daughter's names. I'll let you guys know, everybody that I hit on, that I've done readings before in the past. I'll let you guys know that, because we want to be authentic and real. So Joyce is one example. So is Mary. So I know a little bit about them freehand, but not the stuff I'm bringing through right now. And thank you. Welcome, Christina. Welcome, Joyce. So very good. So John. Okay, so that's a Jo name also. So very good. Again, he's still funny. He still likes to move things. You found a feather recently. Was it a blue feather, like a blue jay, or a small blue feather? Look for that. If you don't understand what I'm saying, could you just pop that in my mind? I want to say also, and I feel like he's talking about one of the girls being very artistic, and or getting into more art. I want to say as well, and I feel like he's talking about, I don't know if somebody moved, you or somebody in your family. He's talking about things in boxes, or things a little bit in disarray right now, but not to sweat it. Don't sweat the little things, and to take care of your heart right now. I want to say that in an emotional way, not like get your heart tested. Any medical advice that comes through, I will remind you that I'm not a doctor, so it's not my job to diagnose and prescribe, but we will sometimes bring through some medical things, and saying my brother did, and yes, and yes. Okay, very good. So let me move on. Interesting. This popped in right when I was about to come in. And if anybody can take a name like Richard Falco, or Richard Faldo, or something like that, or a Richard and a Fallow, or something like that, I'm definitely going to go to you, because that name kind of popped in. Now, as I'm talking, I feel like there's a male figure with me, that I think he could play the piano, or he may be using the image of a piano as just a reference to music. But I definitely know that I'm seeing that. I feel like the whole thing with the energy with twins is is back with me again. So I think there's somebody else, other than Joyce, that's able to understand the reference to having a twin or twins or stuff like that. Something, maybe my son's father on the other side. Sons are both James. Okay, that may be a quick hello then from your significant other that crossed over. I want to say, I think he was a funny one also. So no, Richard Falco, Rick Falco, Fallo, something like that, or two names. All right, think about that. If you guys don't get that immediately, Dan even has 5 daughters. Very good. My great grandfather tuned piano. I may be tying into your energy. Now, we'll see if anything else resonates. And I'm a twin. Deceased Uncle Richard called her Zer. All right, Judy, this may be for you, because you're a twin. You have Richard. So I'm going to say the other name with that. That could be Richard Puccino Falco. Probably not. I knew a Rick Falco. And that's exactly where I'm going with that. Thank you. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. Okay. I learned a new trick here, so thank you. All right. So Rick Falco says hi. And yeah, he wanted to let you know that he was around. Why he wanted to let you know, I don't know, but maybe he was a good friend, and I feel like he understands the transitions that you're in. Now, I did a reading for Lily also, maybe a year ago. So I'm aware of your parents on the other side also. I feel like there's a mother figure that's here. This could be mom or grandmother. It could even be connected to Richard. But I feel like as I'm talking about her, I feel like, wait, what about me? I feel like you say you started to talk about me, then you go to her mom. No, I don't think so. So I feel like he's wanting to let you know that he's here, and he's very complimentary. And I don't know if you're doing anything different with your hair, or why he's showing me something with hair kind of up, or being wrapped in a different way, or stuff like that. Um, the expression "get with the program" comes up in my mind. I don't know what that means, but he's talking to me. I don't know if you know who Donald is. Maybe Dan, a different Dan than Mary's Dan. Donald, Donna. But that pops up in my mind, and I feel like part of the message is he just wants you to let your inner light shine. Yeah, I feel like he's saying that you are very beautiful, and that you've been through a lot. We all have, and I feel like he's saying that you're still there to help people, and that you still smile and still try to uplift people. And I just feel like he's just trying to work with you in that way. I feel like on a platonic level anyway, that this is somebody that really loves you, and I feel like he really loved you in life, and I suppose they really liked your spunk and your endurance also. And something about yoga comes up. I don't remember, from any conversation we have, if you do yoga or not, but I'm willing to bet you do. But if I'm wrong, I feel like that would be part of the message. Now, I don't know if you understand who's connected to riding a motorcycle, but I think this is still connected to Rick, Rick Falco in some way or another. So saying, yes, I do. I'm growing it out again. Okay, that's very good. And my dad was Don. He sang and played piano too. So I don't know, beautiful guitar 777 if you heard the beginning, but we currently have 81 people in. So the thing about this is that I'm trying to get messages to as many people. So take that as a quick hello. There's no coincidences. This group is here at this time for a very specific reason. And your loved ones recognize that, and they understand my intention. We want to get, even if it's just quick hello, let everybody know that the spirit world is with you, fine and active as well. So anyway, I don't know if I lost Lily or if she didn't understand the last thing that I said, but something with the motorcycle. If you don't understand that, check with I don't know if you know any of Rick's family, but I feel like that's an important piece around him, I want to say as well. So anyway, I'm gonna move on and just get more information, and I'll keep an eye on the stream here. Um, So you don't know about the motorcycle. I may be starting to switch then. That happens also sometimes. Let me see. Okay. Okay, yes. Yes. I am switching. Although I have a feeling that Rick knows or knew somebody, connected to that, but going to another area, this would be a motorcycle accident, and I can kind of almost see it in my mind. It's sort of like I'm avoiding something, trying to avoid something, but the wheels slide out from under me, and then I wind up sliding into the moving object that way, because the turn was too sharp, and it just kind of slid out from under me, and um there's a feeling getting a little bit crushed in the chest. Sorry, to be a little bit graphic, but I feel like he's showing me that. Now there's a D name connect. I don't know if it's Dawn or or if it's another Dawn. Maybe I'm just all fixated on D names all of a sudden. But um, but I definitely feel like he's here. Now let me just see. There's I think the name John, but there's a common J name connected to this also. He's putting the word brother in my mind. So to me, a brother could be your brother, but it could be a very close friend or a cousin also. But I feel like he's saying brother. And Eric is saying Dean. That's still a D name. And if the rest of it's making sense, then I may be with you. And good evening, Kelly. Okay, and Joy, Joy, Jets, yeah, Joy, Jo. The thing that I would ask you, Dean's sister's name, Joy. The thing that I would want to know is somebody that would be like a brotherish energy, to you, your sister, that passed that way. And Dave, my friend's brother. So I'm looking for that motorcycle connection. I haven't seen that yet. So I can't be with you until I see that, because that's how this person crossed over. It was a very clear image. So, okay. Let me qualify that. It's not impossible that he's showing me an accident that he lived through, but the accident definitely would have happened. And I'm still seeing it in my mind. It's almost like I think the bicycle slid, or the motorcycle slid right under the wheels of this. My friend Jeremy was in a motor and hit by another car after the initial. This may be for you, Jennifer. This feels a little bit more warm to me. But Eileen, since he died on a motorcycle, listen up also as well. You can both have that. Oh, and Patsy and John is the name I got. So this may be Patsy's message also. But we have this here. Um oh wait. All right. Anyway, I'm trying too hard. Oh, okay, and we have this here. Okay. So, anyways, let me see if I can get more information. I'm feeling like I feel like the build would be maybe on the taller side, or maybe slender, but I don't think this is a heavy Yeah, show me some height, I want to say as well, and I feel like there's a connection to being in uniform. So I do believe that somebody connected to him, the family might have been law enforcement or career military or something along those lines. I want to say corrections. Yeah, that's what popped in my mind. So I think there's a reference somebody that may have worked in the prisons also, that's connected to that as well. Um, and died. Okay, so again, everybody, they can say yes to Dave in the army. So Eileen, this could really be really for you, and motorcycle club possibly as well. So in any event, I feel like the message is the same as a lot of messages. Yeah, I'm still with you. I didn't die. I feel like I want to congratulate around the birth of a girl. I want to say. So I think in the last year or two there would have been like maybe maybe a daughter, but I'm thinking more like a granddaughter or niece. I want to say, or somebody in that's in the motorcycle person's direct line. But I feel like he sees that. I want to say also, and I feel like I want to reach out to like an ex-wife or an ex-partner just to say, yeah, I'm sorry, basically, or either that or relationship he was having that were having problems. Because I feel like I'm supposed to say, we never really got to fully you dig deep into this and solve the challenges or whatever. And I feel like he's saying something to the effect there may have been a little bit of an indiscretion or an incident that would have involved things like honesty and stuff like that in a relationship. So I don't know if you guys that are getting these references would understand that part of it, but if you do, please pass that on if it's appropriate. Yeah, I feel haha, not Dean. Okay, so Eric is out. um and and everything. So but this I feel like this may be Eileen, but there's somebody else. Oh, Jennifer, that's also, that could be you. So anyways, lots of love from this one. So let me move on. Um, I'm just taking. I'm seeing dogs. And there's a dog that's black, a bigger dog that's black, a very dark color, I want to say. I'm wondering if anybody like either bred dogs or worked around them. It's funny, and I may get all the dogs because all of a sudden I'm talking about a black dog that looks more like a Doberman or has that size, and then a standard what white poodle pops in my mind also. So I may have a couple of people's dogs trying to let you know, or pets trying to let you know that they're around as well. From him, you're welcome, Eileen. Well, anytime, yeah. 'Cause I was in the 17. Wow. So my son is. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Maddie. So your son died at 17? Oh, James Joseph died when your son was 17. I get it. He died too soon. Absolutely. Um, so Adobe Chef. I think your dog is trying to say hi. Mostly black, maybe a little bit of a lighter coloration, but mostly almost jet black, I want to say, or close to it. So let me just see, because this may have been I feel, I mean, obviously, from what you're saying, it's a little bit depressing, but I feel a little bit of a depression from the other side also. Now, mind you, when they pass on, they don't have these issues anymore because that's of the body. All right, I think your dogs are saying hi. So that's PAMC. And he had a shepherd that's mostly black. All right, so yeah, I know there's now. Well, we lost a few. We're down to 76 people, but certainly that would be good. And my son died. He was 23. Okay. So anyway, hi from your dogs, and and I wanted to circle back to somebody um, where it gets a little challenging. Uh, yeah, okay, to Maddie, right? So back to Maddie. I don't know if you would recognize your son's dad having depression or issues like that. I want to say. But let me see. But this may be the one that's picking up. He's James Josephs. Yeah, those are the J names. All right. Let me just see if I can get anything else. What I'm seeing basically is a Korean symbol that Taekwondo studios have. It could be about the I Ching also, but I think that there may be a reference to martial arts also, either around the person that passed. I want to say, I feel like he's talking about a drippy faucet in your house also. And I feel like he comes to visit fairly regularly. I'm seeing a guitar, so I think that there's a reference to music. I'm seeing the number 7 and the number 16. So that might be a birthday or an anniversary that's important. July the 16th, and they may reference two separate events. Dates are usually birthdays, anniversaries, passing, wedding anniversaries. Sometimes they're sports uniforms or addresses. And um, I'm just going down here. Maddie, he was overweight. He was depressed. He was overweight. So I think I'm with him then. Yeah, that I mean I didn't pick up the weight, but certainly the um, certainly the depression comes through loud and clear. But I feel like he just wanted to say that I'm with you, that I'm sorry. Because I feel like he caused a fair amount of stress in your life and in the family. But I feel like he's aware of it. I just got this image of somebody fixing TVs. I don't know if he could do that, or if there's a problem with the TV, or if you just had to call the cable guy in, or what that's about. But I do know that he showed me that. Oh yeah, I talked about something with martial arts and stuff like that. But this should we just had it before, so yeah, this should all be with Maddie, I want to say. So if you don't understand that now, it may be somebody he's trying to say hi to that has an interest in martial arts, or somebody that he's with. I mean, again, it's just an image of the flag with the different, like the hexagrams. That could be I Ching also, um, but in any event, so where's Christy? Yeah, so sorry about Mr. Gomez. Um, yeah, so I just have to kind of let them come through, yeah, and so not try to answer questions. I'll just get really off track with that. But I feel like they're saying, well, the simple answers, it was his time, but I'm seeing the stomach, and I have a feeling, that it may wound up being some either digestion issues. It feels like there's like some bloating or some problems in that area. But your cat's fine, and I'm so sorry for your loss. So let me just move on and see if we can get a couple of more connections in before I turn into a pumpkin. Uh, Man, he was an electrician. Okay, thank you. So this is just I like to show the validations as they come up. So he could do all of that kind of stuff. That's definitely him. Can you show behind the TV of doing stuff like that, the wiring? Okay, that's the electrician. And I feel like he was more at peace when he was working. I feel like he's saying something about to tell them about the story, about the restaurant, and something about like either like somebody pulling the tablecloth or something like that. Feel like he's trying to show me something, when you were out. It might have even been one of your early dates or something like that. I feel like saying like he was so awkward or vice versa, but I think that was him. And and I don't know if you guys got to travel together or if you're doing any traveling, but I feel like I'm being pulled more to say like the Caribbean, Southern Florida, or down in that area. And I feel like he's saying, his life left him a lot to think about, metaphorically speaking, on the other side. And he's also bringing a name that sounds like Sammy to me, Sandy, Sammy. So if you understand these, then um, then I feel like he's just trying to share a little bit more information with that. Okay, let's see. Kelly, just to answer that question quickly. No, those that come through are the ones that I pick up on. I'll pick up on the ones that are that are still around energetically, but once they cross over, so we go into the other side and we pick up on the people that have crossed over primarily. So that was a quick question. All right. We took a cruise down there. He was awful at that vacation, so he's trying to bring that up. Maybe that thing in the restaurant was on that vacation, but he's definitely trying to bring that up with you. So, anyways, um, moving right along. What do I need? I don't need more tea. I need water. Either way, just next Thursday we have a video we're going to upload about how to manifest using the power of water. I can't wait to share that one with you guys. Okay. Well, the word I'm still with Maddie. The word is I feel like he's. I want you to know I am at peace though. And have you ever had a horse? Because I'm seeing the image of a horse and its head and drinking water or eating from a pail for some reason. If not, I'm switching. So I know there's a bit of a delay, but I may be switching. Can there be more than one twin flame? Yeah. Concorso. I think it depends who you ask. His niece is Sammy. Oh yeah, we talked about Sammy. Okay, there we go. Um, so he's like let the family know he's keeping an eye on his niece as well. Thank you for sharing that. I forgot that I even brought the name Sammy through. Thank you so much for sharing that. I definitely appreciate it. And then she's saying no to something. So whatever I just said last goes to somebody else, and I forgot what that was. Oh, the horse reference. Okay. Somebody here, and we're up to 79, so obviously somebody's gonna have a connection to horses. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit better than that. But I feel like somebody, and this could be the person on the spirit world. Now, a name like Violet comes up in my mind, or a V name. So keep that in mind also. But I feel like there's somebody that either tended to horses or had a horse or worked on a horse farm. it's a very prominent image. Now, sometimes the information they give me isn't always about their life. It may be about the living, I want to say. I think there's a male M. I don't know if it's Mike or Mark, but one of the common male M names, I think, goes into this. Names could be in the living or who they're with, I want to say. Somebody, I think they just sold their home or moved or something like that in the same energy, the same person. Everything I'm saying goes to the same person, the same contact. But really, the horse. Oh, Nicole Violet. You don't have any connection to horses, perchance, Nicole, because you are Violet. uh, and Sharon can take Sammy also. My father's horses, my daughter Sammy. That's a good example of a lot like the piggybacking, because your father, that's your father's way, because your daughter Sammy also, and that's your father's way of saying hi. And your sister moved to a new home in Catskills. No V names though. Okay, think on that, because I think that, and I think it's the name Violet actually. Um, if I'm wrong, it may be Valerie or similar name. Honestly, hearing clairaudience is my secondary sense. Primarily clairvoyance and clairsentience are how I work. Therefore, I can be a little bit off on names, but not what they sound like, not what they begin with, I want to say. And I think somebody's buying a car, just bought a car that's got some horsepower too. So that's another horse reference from the same energy. Um, Ascension coming soon. I know not all easy questions at all. Not at all. Yes, absolutely. My brother Mike just moved to a new house. I may be starting to switch into your energy as well, Angela. But lots of love from your dad, um, and I don't know if he was Richard, but if not, I think you have a Richard or Rick also connected to you. My grandparents is expecting your first child. So what else did Sharon take? And your brother passed too, right? And Veronica, that Nate came from a horse family. Thank you. So your dogs and your horse family is all saying hi. So see, this is again, now we've been hovering around 80 people. I don't mind them making me jump around like that, because that's how we're getting messages to a lot of people. So I think in your case, Sharon, that was a classic piggyback, and that's where the child came. Do you know if the child's a female? Because they specifically show me a female child. Um, and so that's their way of saying hi to you also. So the people that have just come in, just to let you know, the way I work, spirit comes to me, I get the information. In this setting, it's next to impossible for me to answer psychic questions, and it's probably not fair to everybody if I did that anyway. So this gives everybody an equal chance. And like I was saying, a message to one could go out to 10 different people. Oh, somebody's was very good at things like poker that's with me. I think that he has my dad's name, because the name George just popped in, or that would be a name around the family. But it's funny, I'm seeing the cards, I'm tilting my hand, and this feels like either father or somebody to raise you. Wherever I'm going with this contact, this would either be dad or somebody you looked up to like a father. But he showed me tilting the hand, and I think this may be a metaphor for something in your life where you have to be a little bit more strategic, not to tilt your hand so much, I want to say. I feel like this sort of piggybacks off the baby message. So I think, unless I'm with the same person, I think there's also like a little one in the family or a pregnancy in the family as well. So I don't know what these price tags are all about that are coming up. I don't know how to delete these. And anyway, that's the last thing I wanted to do. All right. All right, we'll do it that way. Okay, no male. Okay. Oh, that's a male child you're saying. Okay. And they don't have any young females? Uh, oh, it's a donation? Oh, I'm sorry. If that was just for a donation, I apologize for putting you in timeout. I thought that this was about was spam. So I apologize for that. And she's saying it is spammers. Okay. All right. Um. Um. Okay. So let me just see what else. I'll see if I can get a couple more in. All right. Christina's grandpa is George, possibly. But we're looking for a father figure. Now, grandfathers can be father figures, so that may be for you. I forgot what I was just saying. Really? Oh dear. I'm sorry. If that's what you were doing, Deborah, I apologize for putting you in timeout, but it's only for 5 minutes. I've never seen that before. So Christina's saying yes. I feel like he's got like a sense of humor. So hi from your brother-in-law, Colleen. Hi from your grandfather. Um, for Christina, yes. Good sense of humor, I want to say. Likes to laugh. Yeah, and from what he's showing me, his humor could be a little bit, we'll just say colorful, and leave it at that, but not in a negative way, I want to say. I think there may have been a little bit of drink here also for what I'm being shown as well. And but I feel like a lot of love, and I feel like the message for Christina is that you're getting ready to venture, go out into some new venture or new adventure in your life, and you have a lot of support from the spirit world. I feel like they're saying thank you for that. That you may be doing something that's going to help a lot of people. I want to say also. So if you understand that, and he's also talking about maybe you have been experiencing a lot of emotional ups and downs. A lot of us have. He shows the emotions being down a little bit right now. So if that's the case, he's working with you to help to lift them up again. And just I feel like he's saying just to remember how beautiful that you are, and you know and how much you are of service in the world, even if you don't recognize that yet. I want to say also. And something about tightening the grips. I mean, I don't know if you're exercising, but or maybe he did that with those grippers, I want to say. But some reason I feel like I want to go like that when he's with me. And lots of blessings to you. Yes. So Christina's like, OMG, yes, and yes, and yes. So good. I'm glad that we understand that. Um, and everything. So yeah. Now, people that are asking me psychic questions, I'll at the end of this, I'll flash the information if you like to book a reading and do it that way. I want to say, but for right now, I'm just doing mediumship, getting information from the other side. They're ruling. They're running the show, not me and not you tonight. They are running the show tonight. So on point. Thank you. You're totally welcome. Thank you for being here. Yes. Uh, yeah. I'm getting, like I said, at the end, I'm going to flash that, and I think we're getting near the end because I'm starting to feel the burn, anyways. So Nicole Violet's daughter had a horse. So what were we saying with the name Violet before and a horse? Anyways, just to let you know, I don't remember. Feel like I want to pick up on a couple of younger people too. Can I honestly just a little bit of a background? I basically came out of the closet, so to speak, the mediumship closet. By the way, after my brother died in 1998, and my mom could not handle it and died of a broken heart a couple of years later, and um and that then I found I went to Lilydale. That's the spiritualist community in '02 or '03. I can't remember that far back, but I started to train. I had a wonderful teacher named Sharon Klingler, and she was my first trainer. Then I found other teachers later on, And Violet's your grandma. Thank you. And you're obviously named after your grandma. And I feel like she wears the name well. She's a strong person and a strong energy, and she always has your back. Feel like your grandma always had your back. And talking about a turbulent childhood and always having your back. So I don't know if that resonates with you. That's what I'm hearing from her. And she's saying a lot of love and talking about people, like being a people person. I think that that's more for you. I I want to say coming out of your shell, but I don't think you've ever been in a shell. But I think it's a way of saying that you're making more connections, networking more. And she's talking about music being important. And I don't know if you play music at all, or if you have a talent, but she's talking about that being important and doing more of it. I'm supposed to say, and I'm seeing a guitar. If that doesn't resonate with you, whoever's a guitar player, she's trying to say hi to. So, anyways, all right. Anyway, I told you my little story. So that's how I really dove into mediumship and stuff like that. So, in any event, I didn't even know Janae was on. There we go. I love Lily. I love Lily Dale too. Uh, he asked me if I was George Washington. Darn it! I wish I had a George Washington hat. If I was, I don't remember that lifetime, honestly. Sue took your heart. No, this would be for Violet, actually. That's who I'm with. Yeah, for Violet. That's her message. Unless I'm piggybacking again. So anyhow, that's what I said. I feel like I wanted to get some young people, and I feel like I don't know if they're related or not, but I feel like I've got two young men here, maybe teenager. I think one's a boy. I want to say as well. There's also a name like Nat or Nate or an N name connected to this. I want to say whether that's the person's name that passed on, or or in the living. And it's funny, I just got the image of like a genie's lamp. I think maybe the name Genie means something, or Gene, but I feel like I got shown that. I feel like that. I don't know what age. I almost want to say 8 or 9. I may be getting the age wrong. I'm wondering if I'm with somebody that had like something like Down syndrome, or one of those types of issues. Because I feel like I'm with a child, but I don't know if he really was a child when he passed. I want to say uh, George Washington. I don't know. Maybe it's the hair. I don't know, or the glasses. um, oh, you're welcome, Jody. You're speaking to me. I know it. Okay, very good. So if you understand it, I don't need to know, but as long as you understand, had downs. Okay, this is a male. Yeah, this one be a female, but there's somebody young. He's funny though. He's just really naturally funny. I want to say, very inspirational. I want to say, I don't. The thing with the child, that's not necessarily Nicole. I think I went to somebody else. I want to say, but if you can take that, great. Um, oh yeah, Nate, maybe Nick. I could be a little bit off on the name. That may be in the living. That would be important. Wherever I'm going, that would be important. So, mm, mm. So, well, all right. If nobody gets it, nobody gets it. Like I said in the beginning, every now and then somebody, I'm speaking to somebody. This could actually go to somebody that's going to watch this video later, or it could go to somebody who's not able to use the live chat and let me know. Your aunt was Nita, really? Uh, their daughter's name Jane, Nate, and father. I mean, it could be, but I know there's somebody younger. Let's just say the name could be who they're with or who's here in the living, but I know there's somebody younger that passed. The whole family has adopted children with Down syndrome. And Angela, and your aunt is Nita. Okay, thank you. I think one, yeah, one. Like I said, I wanted to say, like he's 8 years old. I think he was in his 20s, to be quite honest, when he passed. Whichever of the boys with Down syndrome I'm with. Um, but in any event, happy Halloween. So obviously fish cracker. I don't know if you're in Australia or New Zealand or in the Far East, but let us know how Halloween goes. And if you say it sucked, I won't get out of bed tomorrow morning. I'm just kidding. um, all right. So where we go. So there's one other important. I feel like there's a young man that died. Either he died in the military or he was in the military but died young. Maybe in Afghanistan or Iraq or something like that. I know I'm getting tired because a name popped in my mind and now I can't find it. Okay, this will definitely be the last one, but I want to get this younger person through because I think this is going to mean something to somebody. All right. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a name like I want to say Jason or a similar name that's connected. That could be the person's name or who's here in the living or who they're with. Um, about 19, Joe again, Dan's friend. It could be, but I'm not completely warm on that, to be quite honest. But if he died in Iraq or it could very well be him. Um, about 19. So he's saying my teen son feels like he died in the military. That's an interesting. Yes, he died. All right. So this could be Joe saying hi. I think he's funny, whether he was my initial contact or not. I think we have a bingo here. As soon as I didn't even have to read the message. As soon as I saw the name, I was like, bingo. So that's your husband. Okay. And I'm so sorry to hear that. But I feel like he's saying something to the effect, but my passing's not in vain because it's in some way helping other people, maybe helping other people not have to go through what he went through, basically. And I feel like he's also talking about something to the effect that not you, of course, but people not taking him seriously or not, whatever he's saying or whatever he's going through, not taking him seriously. He was 20. What did I say? Around 20, right? That's definitely him. And and I feel like he's with you, and I feel like he's saying he does get in bed with you at night. You may even feel the bed move sometimes, and no, it's not your imagination. You might even feel like his arm around you, and I don't know if he was fairly tall, but I feel like he's got a pretty big arm, to be quite honest. And I feel like he's just saying that that I love you, that I'm with you, and it's fine to move on and move forward in your life, whatever that means to you. And he's encouraging art. And I don't know if you're an artist, but I get art like maybe you're doing like something like a vision board or collage or montage for your husband or something like that. But he's showing me this. It's almost like this layering art kind of a thing, I want to say. And um and everything. Yeah. Yeah, so this is again one of those piggybacks. I think this is a message for Mary and a message for 1144, and and maybe for you also, Colleen. But I definitely feel like he just wants you to know, especially if you feel him or smell him or stuff like that, that he's still with you. But it's fine to move on. I don't know if you've repartnered or not, but I feel like if you haven't, you will. But unless you decide not to, it's your choice. But I feel like he wants to show me that. I want to say. And say that I love you, basically, like didn't get a chance to say that enough. And obviously he was young. I mean, he could not have been married a long time, and then he was deployed, obviously. So basically I just feel like he wants to let you know I'm still with you, that I'm not alone. And I don't know if you're connected to his dad at all, or if he's trying to say hi to your dad, but I feel like something about that, to reach out to the family and everything. I mean, no, if we're talking about Iraq or Afghanistan, we're talking talking about it quite a while ago. So anyhow, yeah, I think that was the last one. So hopefully everybody enjoyed this, and I hope that even if it was vicariously, if you guys got some messages. So now I've got to go all the way to the top because I want to leave you guys my website, and if I can find it. If not, I'll, you know what, it may be easier just to write it up and not try to look for it because there's like a million and one comments here. um, if you mention this Halloween, Samhain, mediumship night, and you book a reading, you'll get 10% off. So that's why I want you guys to have this. So if anybody's thinking about a reading, you can get 10% off. And I know it's not a lot, but every little bit counts. So what is my website again? Oh, I know the name. I can spell, or if I can type. I think I got that right. All right, let's see if we, oh my goodness. We'll get there. All right, this thing is doing something really crazy now. Oh, I see. There's an arrow. Okay. I didn't realize you could just go to the arrow. Okay, here we go. There we go. So that's the website. Like I said, as this uploads to a video in the pinned comments, I'll leave you guys a few videos on how what signs to look for from the other side when your loved ones are around, how you can open up and get messages yourself, because I've been accused more than once of trying to put myself out of business because I'm like, you got the reading now, it's your job to continue communicating with them, because as a medium I'll only get snippets. We want to validate the continuity of life. That's the job of the medium. And we want to do this with specific validatable evidence that I could not know, but that you would. But once we do that and make that connection and validate that, then the idea is for you to continue the conversation, to continue, because it's sad when our loved ones die because we don't have them physically. We can't hold their hands. We can't hug them, stuff like that. But we can still have a relationship with them. It changes. And it can be beautiful in a whole different way. So that's the reason, purpose. That's the idea. Again, thank you for being here. How to get the discount? Okay, to get the discount, just say when you book, when you inquire about a reading, mention Hollywood, Halloween. You can mention Hollywood too, but Halloween, mediumship, and ask for your 10% discount and everything. So thank you again, everybody. Good night. Thank you for being here. I love you, and we'll see you next time. Tuesday night is going to be the psychic forecast for November. So that's going to be my next live stream.